Hi guys, it's Jaleisha and of course welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm finally back with another video. This one is going to be on the Sephora Pro Editorial Palette. Now I know they came out with two versions. They have more one like a neutral sort of palette and then they have like the really colorful one, and I purchased the colorful one. My palette actually came completely shattered. I ordered it on Sephora.com and then when I received it, it was shattered. Mainly the shimmery shadows, all the mattes were completely fine. I was like, why not just, you know, create a look with it before I actually return it? So that's what I'm doing in this video. As you guys can see, I'm doing like this pretty dramatic colorful look. It's not my everyday cup of tea, you know. I decided to step out of my comfort zone and create a fun colorful look. I actually don't think I'm going to repurchase this at all. One of the reasons I don't want to have to order it online and then it comes again and it's shattered. In the stores it is sold out. I think the closest store to me was like 50 miles away and I'm not driving 50 miles just for an eyeshadow palette, so they can have it. As far as the eyeshadow formulas, I really enjoy the matte shades. I was seeing a lot of tutorials and a lot of reviews saying that there was a lot of fallout. I didn't experience a lot of fallout, but I did prepare. I like set under my eye just to make sure. Just make sure you tap off your brushes when you're doing, you know, really extreme colorful looks. There is kickback, but it's not a bunch. Like, it's nothing to complain about. If I was to get a super colorful palette and there was no pigment, I would be extremely disappointed, but the pigmentation was really good. I'm not really a big fan of the shimmery shades in the palette. Some of them are a bit, you know, okay. Like the one I used on my lid, I really did have to build it up and it did become like a little chalky. I feel like most of the shimmery shades in the palette, they're all pretty similar. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this top row. It's pretty non-existent on camera, but that's honestly how it looks in the palette. It's not that pigmented to me. Honestly, you can find a nice dupe for these shadows. So although I did use this palette, I have shadows that I can use that are similar, that are dupes, and I'm pretty sure if you want to create this look and you don't have the palette, you can find shadows out there that are even better or just as good as these. As far as like the packaging, it's pretty standard. I can lift up the package. Like, I don't want to lift it up too much because it's shattered in there. I will insert a clip of how the palette looks so you guys can see what I'm talking about as far as like how they are shattered. I don't have much more to say about the palette. Do I think you should buy it? Honestly, I don't think it's worth it. But if you're looking to experiment with color or you just want to have one palette, and I think this could be the palette for you. I don't recommend buying it online. I recommend going to the store and buying it. But that's just my personal opinion. Please subscribe if you aren't, and if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So starting the look off, I'm priming my lids. I'm using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot and I'm applying a nice even layer with a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. Now I'm going in with MAC's Blot Powder. The palette doesn't come with a neutral eyeshadow, so I'm just using this to set my base. So the first shade I'm taking is called Tila. It's a really hot pink shade and I'm just applying that to my transition area with the MAC 224. Not being precise, literally just throwing the color in there. Next I'm going in with Maisha, which is a neon purple shade, and I'm applying that right below the first color, and I believe I'm using the Morphe M433 brush. Now I'm going in with the shade Electric Violet on the same brush. I honestly feel like these colors look pretty similar, but I'm just going with the flow and trying to use as many shades as possible. But yeah. Whenever I do an eye look, I always make sure to go back with the first colors that I used to make sure everything continues to stay blended. To deepen up the look, I'm using this blue shade called Crease, and I'm applying that to my outer corner with a pencil brush. I'm not sure which brush I use, but I'll put it in the description box. And I'm using a clean brush to blend it out. I like to use two different brushes because I have small eyes, so this technique works for me. So I'm going to keep applying this blue shade until it's as intense as I like it, and I'm also dragging it into my crease a little. So now for the best shade in the palette. It's called Eliza D. It's a balm fuchsia shade, and I'm applying that with a MAC 221 to intensify the look. To create my half cut crease look, I'm using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I will use all the brushes that I use for this look in the description box. So for the lid, I'm applying MAC's Mixing Medium, and then I'm going to go over that with the shade Moonstone from the palette. It's a very iridescent lilac blue. So for the lash line, I'm applying the same colors that we used in the crease, and then I'm also going to be going in with a eyeliner pencil. This one's from e.l.f. and it's just a black liner. I'm applying that to my waterline and smudging it in my lashes as well. So for this look, I wanted to do a wing, and I'm using the NYX felt tip liner, and it didn't really work. It was dried out and I've only used it once. So I decided to create my own liner with eyeshadow, and I'm just lining my lids with a eyeliner brush from Real Techniques. In the corner, I'm using the shade Silver Coin, which is one of the metallic shades. It was actually pretty chunky, but after that I'm going to go in with lashes, and I'm using the Ardell Wispies, my favorite lashes. Hey guys, for the finished look, I actually had to throw in some photos. I forgot to record an outro, but I still hope you enjoyed and learned something. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!